Downsizing is supposed to simplify your life. You sell the house, get rid of most of your belongings, and move into a much smaller space. There's less to clean, less to maintain, less stuff competing for your attention. At least, that's the idea. But when you move into an RV full-time, something unexpected can happen. You own fewer things, yet you may spend more time thinking about where everything goes, when you can use it, and what needs to be moved before you can do something else. Downsizing reduces your physical space, but it can multiply your daily decisions. That's the strange contradiction of living small. In a house, space absorbs a lot of your decisions. You can leave the coffee maker on the counter because there's still room to make breakfast. You can keep your computer on a desk because you don't need that desk for dinner. You can leave a pair of shoes by the door without creating an obstacle course. But in an RV, space rarely has just one purpose. The dinette is where you eat, work, organize, and charge devices. The counter is where you cook, dry dishes, unpack groceries, and set down whatever you're carrying in when you walk in. The couch might be a place to relax, but it's also a guest bed and a laundry folding station, all in the same day. Even the floor pulls double duty as a walkway, a spot for animals, and sometimes the only space large enough in your rig to open a box. That means ordinary activities begin colliding with one another. To start one thing, you often have to stop, move, and put something else away. Let's say you want to make dinner. First, you clear the countertop. The coffee maker is still out. A few clean dishes are drying in the sink. There's a package you opened earlier and possibly some mail, and someone left a phone charging near the outlet. None of those things can be just pushed to another part of the counter because there is no other counter. So each item creates a decision. Should the coffee maker stay out since you use it every morning? Should the dishes go away even though that cabinet is a pain to reach? You haven't even started cooking yet and you've already made half a dozen decisions. When you pull out the ingredients, the cutting board, a pan, and the counter, guess what, is full again. If two people live in the RV, one might be cooking while the other needs something from the cabinet right above the stove. Someone has to move and someone has to wait. It's a little dance. In a larger home, activities can exist at the same time. Someone cooks while someone else works at a desk. Laundry sits unfolded without stopping dinner. In an RV, activities take turns. Work happens. Then the workspace becomes the dining area. Dinner happens, and then that space becomes something else again. The bed gets lifted to reach storage. The living room clears out before there's room to exercise. Instead of simply doing things, you're constantly converting the space. Set it up, use it, break it down, put it away, reset for the next activity. That's the setup and the reset lifestyle. And while each reset might only take a few minutes, the real mental cost is just remembering that it has to happen at all. Full-time RV living keeps you constantly aware of space. Can this stay here? Can that stay there? Will it slide while we're moving? If I buy this, where will it live? If I keep it, what needs to leave? The last question follows nearly every purchase. In a house, you bring home a new jacket and figure out where it goes later. In an RV, later often means leaving it in the walkway until you solve the problem. Every new object has to justify the space it occupies. Is it useful enough? Do you use it often enough? Does it serve more than just one purpose? Storage itself becomes a puzzle. Most RV storage isn't a row of easy, empty shelves. It's under beds. It's behind other objects. It's inside exterior compartments. If something you use every day is stored behind 3 things you use once a month, then every single day begins with a small project of finding your stuff. The question isn't just does it fit, it's also how much disruption will this create every time I need it? This becomes even more noticeable when you share an RV. One person's belongings become part of the other person's environment. One person cooking temporarily controls the kitchen and the walk space. One person working occupies the dinette. In a house, people separate into different rooms. In an RV, you can often see almost the entire home sitting in one seat. Privacy becomes something you negotiate rather than something the floor plan hands you automatically. That doesn't mean living together in an RV is miserable. It means cooperation has to be deliberate. You communicate more, you coordinate routines, you learn when to move and when to wait. And that brings us to the real trade-off. A smaller RV offers real freedom, easier to tow, more campsites are available, cheaper to buy and to maintain, and it pushes you to spend more time outside. But that mobility comes from compressing your daily life. A larger rig might give you a dedicated desk, more counter space, room for two people to pass without a small dance. But it can limit where you camp and add weight, expense, and maintenance. There's no perfect size, only a set of trade-offs. So the goal isn't the smallest RV you can tolerate, and it isn't the largest one you can afford. It's the smallest space that supports how you actually live without turning every ordinary activity into a puzzle. If you spend most of your time outside and move often, a smaller rig might give you exactly the freedom you want. If you work from the RV, traveling with pets, love cooking, or need real personal space, a few extra feet might dramatically cut your daily friction. But smaller doesn't automatically mean simpler. Sometimes less space means more rearranging, more coordinating, more decisions about things that used to require no thought at all. The real luxury isn't having enough room to collect more stuff. It's having enough room that the stuff you truly need doesn't constantly get in your way. You may own less, you may travel further, you may gain the freedom to change the view outside your window whenever you want. But inside that smaller space, every inch has a job. And managing all of those inches can become a full-time job of its own. Let me know in the comments if you're full-timing. I'm curious how you handle these things. And if you're thinking about full-timing, please tell me the number one thing that you're worried about. Thanks for watching, and remember, when life gives you detours, take the scenic route. I will see you in the next one.